Hello, beautiful ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Matters Arising on Infoscope Media TV. My name is Chimize Felix, aka Mize Africa, and on the studio today we'll be talking about a very pressing issue, something that is of public concern in FUTO community. I won't be doing this alone today in the studio. I will be doing that with a student who is a voice on campus in FUTO community. He is one-time financial secretary in the Departmental Association, Department of Physics actually, and he's still and currently a course representative. He's one of the voices who advocates for democracy, and he sees the truth and stands for the truth. I'm talking about no other person but Comrade Azubike Ifeanyichukwu L.G.As. Comrade, please say hello to the house.
Thank you, my comrade Mezie. I appreciate. But there is a little blunder there, and which I would like to correct in the introduction of my name,
okay,
who I am, the positions, and others.
Please forgive me, sir. Forgive me, sir.
Let me introduce myself. I am Comrade Azubike Ifeanyichukwu L.G.As, one-time course rep Physics Department, one-time General course rep School of Physical Science, one-time Financial Secretary to National Association of Imo State Students. Infoscope, I thank you for honoring me today in the station, and my comrade too, Mezie, I thank you too.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, comrade, please, I'm very sorry for the blunder. You know, this whole student leadership thing, I wasn't able to keep proper record of your leadership acumen. I'm very sorry about that. First of all, may I ask you, how is your day going, first of all?
It's going nice. It's
okay.
Going nice.
Okay.
I thank God.
This your beard that is looking like you're married. I don't know whether you're married already because you look very, very mature, you know.
I'm not married though. That is the listing. That is the listing now in my agenda.
Okay.
Let's keep it aside.
Okay, but there's a very pretty lady on campus that is taking care of you.
Pretty lady. Oh, we'll talk about that later.
Okay. All right. Well, the topic for today is a very pressing one. I mean, there has been activities which we occur on campus with respect to this particular topic in contention. Okay. One of the greatest hits on FUTO campus, which happened in 2017, was as a result of this particular issue, and we wouldn't want to see a repetition of that, and that is why we have invited you over. Let's talk about it, because we believe that the best way to resolve a problem or an issue is dialogue and not violence.
Yes.
Okay. Now the topic is about the deadline for school fees payments, you know, on the 21st of February there was a publication from the Student Union government on their page on Facebook about the school portal being closed actually for the registration of courses and all that. And you know, in FUTO campus, registration or activities on the portal cannot be done without payment of school fees. Okay. So invariably what is being said is every student should pay up their fees. And you know, a particular order was decreed by the management that if students do not pay up these fees, they won't be able to have their courses registered online.
Okay.
A lot of consequences follow that, which means some of them might not see their results, and then you might end up not carrying out some other activities in school. And this is a thing of concern on campus. Now, you understand, or you agree with me that the only thing that is capable of stopping a student from writing examination is school fees. It has stopped many in the past. We don't want to go back to it. So I really want to know, what do you think about this publication?
Okay, I'm happy about this. Okay, last year, this same thing occurred last year. You're talking about the issue of the closure of school fees portal and all that.
Yes.
Okay, let me just give an example. Last year, the same issue occurred, which I happens to pay school fees for 2 persons last year, because the management said no school fees, no exam, you know. And the ACJ executive, I don't know what they did about it, but I believe that they did something. Although that later they were allowed to write exam. But some persons, they couldn't make it, because when some persons hear that they cannot write exam without the school fees, some of them, they went home because of there is no other hope. Yeah. So, you know, and there is some of these, my friends, I cannot just watch them missing exam because of school fees.
Yeah.
So although I contacted the ACG president, the executive then, about it, and which they told me that they did something about, which I did not see any results. But now the same thing has occurred, and I think that I don't think that the students should miss exam for any reason, be it school fees or not, because we are not all equal in this life.
Okay.
We came from a various families. Some came from poor homes, while some came from rich homes. But we cannot use the both to, we cannot use it to conclude. You understand?
Yeah.
And I still believe that some of our students, their parents, they have released the school fees, but because of material things, they want to use sophisticated things.
Yeah, I was going to come to that.
Yes, which they have used their money, their school fees, to get fees, all those things, which is not right. Yeah. But regarding to that, we still have other people that come from poor home, which up to now their parents have not, done anything about it. They have not, because of the current situation of Nigeria today. Yeah. We all know about that. You can go to the government this in offices, they can tell you that some of them have not received 6 months salary, and all these things, the school fees is coming from there.
Yeah.
If the parents are not being paid their salary, I don't think that they can, pay their children's school fees. Mm-hmm. So that is one thing about these school fees issues. Yeah. So, but what I need to tell the school management now is that let them find another way to handle this issue. It's not by telling students that no school fees, no exam. So I don't think it's a nice idea.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. You speak with so much charisma, and from what I'm seeing, it should mean that at any point you're giving, even if it's a little opportunity to dialogue with the management, you could have a proper dialogue with them with respect to solutions as regards this particular issue.
I will do that. Let me looking for the opportunity.
Yeah. Let me deviate a little bit from what we're talking about. I mean, you are someone that students believe in so much on campus, and during the SUG elections, the last election that just happened, me personally, I was expecting that someone like you would have come up to contest for the position of the presidency, and he would have really, because he made mention of something he just did now, which is paying school fees for like 2 students, and it's something that a few leaders would do. Do you understand? So I really want to know why you felt something like that.
Okay, thank you about the race of the SUG.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. There is one thing about this life. It's not the position you are handling. Wherever you are, the best thing is just to make proper use of your position. That is it. Whether you are in the government position or village, being it anywhere, it's just make proper use of it.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Why? I have many reasons why I did not run for this.
Okay.
The race, why I did not join it. Because FUTO SUG election is not how it's supposed to be. Okay. Now, do you understand? Yeah. One, some persons are using their personal grudges. They will put it into the SUG race. Do you understand? Yeah. Tomorrow, that's when you start hearing something like being screened out.
Okay.
All those things. Because of, had it been that management will handle all these things by themselves, like not calling the student, having what they called, is it the ISEC or the people that is in charge of the screening? Do you understand? Yeah. Because imagine that I have maybe a little misunderstanding with you. Yeah. Do you understand? Tomorrow you will not see me in that race, and you are in the position of you will want to retaliate, not you want to. Do you understand? Yeah. You want to, show power, show
that
security,
you can actually
and all that. Do you understand? So, but that is the reason why. Because I noticed something in this country that the good ones, they can never become. I don't know why it's like that.
Well, we leave that to God, for God to decide, because it's actually God that has the final say, not we humans. One thing I believe in is that what God wants to be will be. And no man can actually stop it. So I believe if at any point you do not attain a particular height, I believe it's God that has decided it's not to be so. Because if he really wants it, no man can stop his decision. All right, let's go over to the business of the day. At exactly 28th of February, another publication was made by the Student Union government on their official page, SUG FUTO on Facebook, about the extension of the deadline for closure of the portals. And it was, the accolades was given to the Dean Student Affairs, the management, and the Student Union government for a long time plea to allow students to, pay up their debts and all that. But do you feel this would do good? What's the percentage of positivity would this impact on the student community?
Okay. I believe that the academic year started January and we are still in February. Today is 29th February.
Yeah.
I don't think that this thing the date for the school fee, the space, I don't think that it's long, it's too short. You understand?
Yeah.
Because we know that when I say that 2019 is still in this 2020, it's not actually a 2020. There is nothing new about the year.
Yeah.
You understand? Because some of the government workers, they have not received their salary of last year.
Yeah.
So the extension, I think that is short. It's very, very short. And I don't think that anybody can cope with that. Because based on the statistics, maybe from the SUG president, because I've been interacting with him since all this while. I did not keep quiet because I believe that I have the interest of Nigerian students
at heart.
Yes. You understand? And we will not stop, doing that. So I interacted with the SUG president in the person of Timothy. So I was like, how is it going? He said, look. I said, okay. I was the one that told him, go and meet the school management. Go and meet the vice chancellor, the dean, student affairs. Talk to him. Actually, this is second semester. I think that the students should be allowed to write their exam.
This is first semester, actually.
Sorry, this is first semester.
Yeah.
I think that the students, they are allowed to write their exam. Then all these politics should come up second semester.
Okay.
You understand? Because we don't have Nigeria. Nigeria is somehow this time around.
Yeah.
So we just believe that the date is too long. It's too short. Sorry.
Okay. The school management, they place their argument on the basis that students spend exorbitant amount of money acquiring hostels off campus.
Okay.
And when these school fees are being given to these various students, they spend it on probably Niger beds, a lot of activities that are not really worthwhile, are not related to their academics. And at this point in time, it is choking to them. We understand that this is a fact.
Yes.
Then there's another part of the story which has students who labor for themselves. I know about 3 students I am aware of. They take care of themselves in school here. They pay their fees, they pay their feedings, they clear school debts and all that. And at this point in time, it is actually difficult for them to raise up such kind of amount of money to pay up their school fees and other fees. And the time is encroaching on them. Now, as a student leader, what would be your advice to the management with respect to this particular issue? How do you feel they should tackle this? Should they be bent on the closure, or should they actually allow students to write their exams this first semester and then wait for them second semester, as the case may be?
That is the same thing I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this is actually first semester.
Yeah.
You understand? So if the management can be able to allow the students to write their exam in this first semester, it's making sense. And by second semester, I want them to bring up more policy, not only telling them not to write the exam. Do you understand? Right. Let there be an action. Do you understand? Because if they can give us from now till second semester to provide the school fee, I believe that some persons they will do it. If not 100%, we'll have 95% out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm pleading with the management, because it's not what we can get by violence.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
It's what we can do by pleading. And if the SCJ executive, if they can help too and do it, it's nice. Do you understand? Let them talk to. We cannot use what others did and judge the innocent one.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So what am I trying to say is that let the management, let them bear with us this first semester. Second semester, I believe that students, they will pay. And I'm also advising students, for those that have gotten their school fees already from their parents, they should pay up. They should forget about material things. Education, the root of education is bitter, but the fruit tomorrow is sweet. Do you understand?
Yes,
so what you don't get today as a student, when you graduate, when you graduate and get a work, you can actually get it. So let us just ignore material things for now as a student.
Okay, as a student leader, you are an opinion leader. You're not occupying any position in the SUG. Okay. Now I want you to advise the student union government. How best do you feel, what effective measure do you feel they should use in communicating the importance of this to the students? Since they are the ones that are very close to the students, how best, what's your opinion? What do you feel, what medium do you feel they should use to communicate the importance of this to students and charge them up to action with respect to this?
I will start with, I'm not happy with today's leadership. Some of them, they are just there for their personal interest. They want to, so that it will be added to their CV. So that whenever, anywhere, they will be recognized one time, or the incumbent, which I don't care about that. So, but if they can forget about their selfish interest and work, like I've been talking to the SUG president on the student security. Things are getting out of hand about that, but that is by the way. Do you understand? So what am I trying to say now? What they should do is that they know, and I told them that this their regime should not be based on the executive only. Yeah. They are the ones that is close to the masses, which the students, which they know what is going on. You understand? On campus more than the SUG executive. So what they should do, they should be going close to all those persons. They should forget about fatherism and all those loyalties they play. I'm not a fan of that. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that let them go back to the management. Let them talk to the management. Let them convince the management. Because the poor ones, okay, today maybe they have secured their own bag. I don't know. But that doesn't mean that the poor masses should die because of they do not have the money. Yeah. Because even if you implement this thing today, the policy of no school fees, some of them will still miss it. Not that they are missing it intentionally. It's because of they don't have it and they cannot live. Do you understand? And sending them away, that is terrorism will be much in the country, and that's what we are facing today. So that is it. I just wish that the SUG president, the executive, should meet the concerned persons.
Okay, I don't want to have a feeling that I'm deviating, but you made mention of something very striking. You talked about security, and it was going to bring my mind back to a particular matter that arose a few weeks ago with respect to security. The whole brutality against students on campus and off campus. The FUTO community does not just comprise of those within hostel. It's also comprised of those who live off campus, because I want to believe that the students have a populous population, and it might not have the necessary capacity to cover or contain all students on campus. So some students live off campus. Now, as such, we heard that the security outfits, to be particular, the Nigerian police force, has actually been involved in a lot of brutality on campus. So what do you have to say about that? And what measure do you feel the student union government have been taking with respect to that? Okay,
that is good. At least I'm one of the few persons that stays off camp. And it has been running since 2016 till now, and still off camp. You understand? And we have witnessed much more than from the Nigerian police force, which I've had so many encounters with them. A night like that, they invaded through defense, my through defense, carry students, I was among. But when I got there, after the introduction and everything with my because I cannot go without my ID card. I presented it to them and told them, and they know that what they did is illegal, because nobody was caught with any any rough material or with weed. Do you understand? And regarding to that, people, I observed something that the management, they just take care of the students staying in campus more than the students that are staying off campus. Does it mean that the students that stay off campus, they are not among the FUTO students or what? That is, this question is going to you. Then another thing there is that the FUTO hostels cannot contain all the students. So some of them, they have the reason why they are staying off campus. Some of them is because of health issue, and some of them is just a choice. Do you understand? It shouldn't be a mandatory stuff that you must stay in a school hostel. Do you understand? So, but I think that the management, they are not taking care of students off campus. I must say that, and it's not good. So it's a kind of they are not interested about the students in off-campus. Yeah, all student leaders at various platforms listening to this show today, I want to advise every one of you to employ all measures necessary to ensure, especially the student union government, if you could create a sub-tier of a government to take care of students off campus, that will be better, because they are part and parcel of FUTO campus. And on the topic today, you have heard extensively the opinion of the comrade we have in the house. Comrade, you've really done so well to dissect and digest this particular topic in contention. I would like you at this juncture to say a word of conclusion to both the management, the students, the student union government, and the community at large. About the word I have for the students today, please, Nigerian students, If you have been given your school fees to pay, kindly do that. Forget about material things. That is number one. To the SCG executive, I'm not really happy with the way their leadership is going, most especially this current SCG executive being led by Comrade Ebere Chukwutimoti. What I'm trying to say is that he should find another alternative to meet the FUTO management and discuss about this issue of our school fees for the betterment of the poor masses, for the betterment of those ones that cannot provide their school fees at this moment. So that is what I have. And to the FUTO management, I just want them to let them bear with us. Let them bear with us. I believe that when the money comes, we'll pay it. But let the policy be based on second semester. That is all I have to say.
Okay. Once again, good day, beautiful ladies and gentlemen listening to us right now. It's about the deadline for the closure of portals for payment of fees in FUTO campus. I urge every student in FUTO campus to take the issue of your fees payments very serious. Do not consider so much about getting accommodation, comfortable accommodation off campus, and ensure that you pay your fees as it reaches you. You make sure you clear those debts. Don't put your parents to tears. And the management, please and please, according to the comrade here, we plead that you see reasons with students, those who can't afford, those who are taking care of themselves, to see reasons with them and give them a little bit of time. Like the comrade said, even if it's just this semester, and the next semester you can do or imply whatever measure you want to imply to make sure that they pay their fees. And to the student union government, you are doing well, but we're saying that you should put more work to ensure that things are, brought to betterment. Thank you very much once again for listening and watching Infoscope Media TV. Once again, I am L.G.As Africa, and this is Matters Arising.